Like, I think there's a reason why, like, a person with like a New York accent, you call that person a wise guy. A person with a really southern accent, you call that person through a prison phone. That's actually an accurate joke about my family. Okay.
I'm at Broadway Comedy Club. We just did the 4 o'clock. Host did a good job. People didn't stick around. I can't blame the host. I don't know, 3.5. He had a really good set. The space was downstairs, but even a 3. I think the upstairs room, the red room over there, that's a 4 because it's smaller and fits people better. The downstairs space is just too large for, I don't know, 12 people. Support of the room, 3.5. They were listening. I think about halfway through people kind of left though. It's a pretty standard fare. And then I'll say the best set was Ben Freed, had a really good set. Yeah. Overall, a lot of club mics in the city are like this. They're kind of medium and it's a lot of newer people who they cater to, but if you're nearby and it makes sense, absolutely hit it up. It's not bad at all. I have a friend who swears by the 4 o'clock on Fridays, but she started going to that mic when she was a beginner and just kind of kept going. So, you know, it's its own specific scene. Now I'm going to Comedy in Harlem, to its new location. I've been to its old location before.
I do wonder, like, when you come out of the closet, do they ask the same stupid questions? It's like, Mom, Dad, I'm gay. I don't like women. Not even Vanessa?
That was the 6 p.m. Comedy in Harlem mic. It's a feedback mic. They have a Monday and a Tuesday. I have been to them before. They had a previous location at like 117th Street, like over in Spanish Harlem. And I have not been to their new location. And their new location is honestly really cool. Like, it's a really great space. I can only give it like a 4 for a mic because it's a really big space. It's a comedy space, but I can imagine for a show that place must be awesome. Host, really sweet lady. Let's give her 3.5. I will go 4. They both gave feedback, which was nice. The owner was there. And then audience support, I would go 4. I mean, it was a small group, but they were mighty in their laughs. Best of the night was Adam. First time encountering him, but he had a really great set. Yeah, I would highly suggest it, honestly. The space is cool. Owner seems friendly. Could definitely, I would, of the comedy club mics you could go to, this feels like the least useless. So now on to the Bronx.
A little bit about me. I have a BFA in acting and an MFA in dramatic writing, which means that I owe $300,000.
That was I-9 Bistro. Venue up top, 4.5 out of 5. Great venue, really cool. Sound system great, all that. Host started an hour late and did so much time, but was really a delight. So 3.5. I mean, that mic is not going to start on time. I cannot imagine he's ever started on time. Crowd support. Very supportive for poetry and rappers. That is a mixed mic. It's been very dark. I would say, I don't know, 5 for poetry, 5 for rap. Comics had a tough time tonight. There were 3 comics who went up. I was the first one, and I did not realize how mixed the mic was. As in, like, it's mostly poetry, it's mostly performance, and the comedians are kind of like the special edition. We did a bad setup for comedians, but I bombed. Samson. You can find Samson on Instagram. Samson was the best set of the night. He basically told a recap of The Notebook in a really funny way. He had a really good set, and I like seeing a comic perform well in a situation where I bomb, because it shows, like, what can I do better in the future? What can I learn from? So, yeah. But crowd support for comedy, I mean, that's got to be like a 1.5. They didn't even give him much, and he was killing it. So yeah. I want to come back. When I bomb, it says something about me that when I bomb, I want to come fuck back and murder. know how I would do it differently. I didn't realize performing comedy at a poetry mic is always tough. I know how to do it. I didn't realize that's where I was. So, God, I want to come back. I'm coming back once this is done. This is a blast. That one was great. Now I'm going home. And it's the Bronx, so it's going to take 15 minutes. And that's another reason I hate going to Pinebox. It is my least favorite open mic in the city. And this type of shit happens every goddamn time. So 3 hours in to a 2.5 minute per person mic, watching people shut up late go up way before you because they're friends with the co-hosts. You get bumped. So I have to come back to my least favorite open mic again next week and kind of fuck up this whole schedule, which I'm not surprised. I was prepared to spend 3 hours going up at Pinebox. I was going to do the Wednesday because that's like the most popular one, but god damn do I hate that room. It just rewards people. No, I don't mean like the time you go up. I mean the people they laugh at or their friends aren't fucking funny, and then the people they don't know, not me. I'm not complaining about my side. I didn't get to go up. People who are funny, legitimately funny, they don't know, they're not gonna laugh at it. Fucking hate Pinebox. But I'll rate it next week. Positively, I'm sure.
You call like a person with a New York accent, you call a person a wise guy. You call a person with a southern accent through a prison phone. That's...
So that was Cuckoo's open mic. That's Wednesday, 9:30, 10 o'clock. Close to 10. It's kind of a bucket list. It's my white whale for a while because I've been there for 5 years. The first time getting up. Yeah, I mean, it's a great mic. It's very supportive. It's a mixed mic. But I would say the crowd's a little edgier than the mixed mic at Under St. Mark's. Host, I would say I'd have to give a 5. Very supportive. Great vibe with the room. Has built this kind of wonderful community around this space. Venue is Soho Playhouse. Got another one there. I don't know what I rated it before. I don't know. I feel like 4 is fair. 3.5. See how I feel. I finally rate this, but it's downstairs, basement. You're on a stage, which is always huge. It's a professional lighting setup. It is a theater space. I'll go 4, sure. And crowd. I mean, the vibe is great. They're very friendly. They're listening. 4. Just really overall good mic. The only issue with the mic is it's 7 minutes because it's a mixed mic, and that thing would go long. But I got up in the first 4 or 5. Everyone's really nice. I'm going to give my shout out to a musician, because I think it's fun to do with these mixed mics. Dora Diamond went up before me. She was a blast. It seems like she'd have a lot of fun stuff to play in your car when your top is down driving to the beach. She was great. So give her a follow, I guess. This was the only mic I got to do today, even though I left my house at 3:30 p.m. So the first one didn't happen, and the second one I spent 3 hours at, which was Pinebox. And now I'm getting home at 11:30. So not an ideal day for the challenge, but it did have a good move because the mic was very good. On tomorrow.
For sale, toddler's balloon, very used. Okay, yeah. I've had a lot of time to work on these riffs, I gotta be honest. I wrote most of them down in that notebook. Those are the good riffs, I'm pretty sure. Anybody else jealous he could get enough cell reception to play an active Texas Hold'em game on an elevator? I can't, okay.
Hey, Easy Lover again. This one is a slightly different mic. That's why I keep late. I don't know what this one's called. A sponsored mic, maybe? 6 o'clock on. There's no 7 o'clock on Thursdays. This was fine. Host did a good job. 3.5. Whatever I rated the venue last time detract at least half a point because there was rain pouring in from the walls and just a sad balloon hanging from the rafters. So let's call it a 3 for the venue today. I'm sure it was different the other days. Today was pretty rough feeling, pretty gross. Crowd support for this one was 2.5. I think it's fair. You can always tell a mic when people think they're doing poorly because they all reference how poorly they're doing. Let's see, the mic was Mike McPartland, and you'll know that it was the best set of the night because he just spent his entire set shitting on how bad the audience was. It was a very Mike McPartland and funny thing to do. He crushed it. It was great. I think I'll have to go back to that bar one more time. It's a good spot for shows. Do your show there, but I don't need to go back to Mike's there again. Yeah. Overall, fine. Check it out if you live in Bushwick. To be honest, if you live in Bushwick, you already have checked it out. No harm to tell.
Speaking of Jews, Jesus got brought up earlier. Jesus, he came back to life after 3 days. Has anyone considered maybe they just didn't kill him that good? No one's ever brought that up. They kind of killed him and put him in a cave, and they come back and he's gone from the cave, and nobody's thoughts were, well, did we double check? All right. That's a thought I've had for a long time. That's cool.
So that was the Talon Bar, I think 9:30, but it started closer to 9:45 on Thursdays. I think it's every Thursday. It's kind of the last late night mic in Brooklyn on Thursdays. Although there's a QED late night mic that came
The next Broadway Parkway route, L train is now arriving. Please stand to the platform edge.
I can see being good for a comedy show. I'm gonna go 3.5. It's kind of in the basement of a kind of little grungy bar, but it's fine. There's no stage, so kind of knocks it down. Host did a really good job. I'll say 4. Audience support 2. It's late night. Gonna set Josh Stokes.
Because you have a gun now. That's all right. Those are the best jokes. The ones that get a chuckle and you have to quietly explain the joke everyone already got. That's my favorite. I feel free anyone say your favorite line a comic says when they're bombing. My favorite. I just love. Guess you didn't get it. Oh my God! I will die laughing in the back. Just someone.
What?
Which one?
I'm gonna go kill myself.
I'm gonna go kill myself. That's a good one. That was just honest.
Yeah.
That's, you can't have I agree. That's okay. That's fair. I mean, follow my family being so.
I could walk next to you while this happens. Oh,
Yeah. I'll look discouraged in the background.
This is great.
Oh, he didn't like it.
It's great.
No, it's okay. It's a mic. I get it.
So that's Sesh, new location on Fridays. Thank you. This is too sweet of you. You're getting 3 points.
Yes.
Yeah. No. The new Sesh location, I haven't been since they fixed it up. It's actually a lot nicer, but it's still a 4 out of 5 because there's no sign on the door.
Yeah.
You have no way of knowing it exists, and it's still on the slightly wrong side of just a little too much of a construction zone. But still 4 out of 5, great venue. Host, I was gonna give Cooper a 4.5 out of 5. This is giving him a 5 out of 5.
Let's go!
I was already gonna do it.
Let's go!
And then the best set of the mic was Max Marcus.
Yeah, it was very fun.
He had a great set. Audience support. I would say supportive. I don't know, 3.5. It's 8 dudes. They're as supportive as 8 dudes can be. Now I'm off to Fiction Bar, and my phone is getting wet, and it's disgusting. And that restaurant is not worth waiting an hour for.
My rock bottom was when someone walked up and said, "Hey Josh, I finally talked to my father like you suggested." And I just had to say, "Nice to meet you."
So that was the Friday, 7 o'clock Fiction Bar night. I think another Fiction Bar will happen there many times. I don't know how old that mic is. They've had mics there for a long time. Venue, I think it's kind of cool, already supportive bar space, so for hosts, very Brooklyn. I'm going to call it very Brooklyn 3.5. 4. They're good. They did a good job. And then crowd support 4. They're really supportive. They're really ready to laugh. So not too much. Best set, I think Ethan Fuller had a really great set. So Ethan Fuller kind of crushed that. Yeah. Now I'm on to Tiny Cupboard to double dip. But Fiction Bar House, just check it out if you're in Bushwick especially. You can be a little bit of a pain. But they seem supportive. They seem like the better version to me of Pinebox. heads because they're supporting me.
Here's a real question. I wonder if they put the head back on Walt Disney's body, if they put the head back on his corpse, how many words would he say before Jew?
I am outside the tiny cupboard. I actually haven't been out here since this was like the hottest spot in New York City for comedy. It was up there during the pandemic. People walked down these rickety stairs. Yeah. So that was the 8:30 Friday night. Mike, that was the 8:30 Friday Mike at Tiny Cupboard. It's hosted by Snipes. He's kind of a regular here. He's just an older comedy gentleman hosting a mic. I don't know, 2.5, 3. He's enthusiastic. He's very enthusiastic. Venue is still terrible. I think it might be the worst place to do comedy in New York, physically speaking. You're in a broom closet. So 2. I don't want to give it a 1.5 because too many people come here and like it, but I don't know, 1.5 to 2. Whatever I gave it last time. If I gave it more than a 2, make it less. Crowd support, it really depends on when you go up. People are in and out. It's a small room, a lot of people hanging, a lot of people talking in the hallway. Crowd support, I'd say, is like a 3.5 when it's good. I had a 3.5 set, but I could understand someone arguing for less or more, depending on how people are in there. Best set, I think Herlant had a great set, and Gary, Garri, had a great set. Yeah, I think a lot of people like good sets, but it was overall pretty good. I'm doing what you should never do, which is I'm going straight from the 8:30 to the 10 o'clock. I'm going to see all the same people. Everyone's going to be a little bit drunk. Yeah, let's do it. Do this, then go to Merkin, then go home, and get up and do this tomorrow. I am so tired.
Are you nodding for the South?
No, we're from the South.
Oh, we're in the South.
Florida.
Oh, I'm from Tallahassee originally.
Oh, okay, I'm from Orlando.
Okay, I went to UCF.
Oh, me too.
Hey, I'm sorry. Neither of us can read, everybody.
Oh, no,
You pieced the clues. Second largest university in the nation behind Arizona State, that bastion of education. Like, it's at the point now where if a black dude confidently walked up to me and said, "Josh, the earth is flat," I'd be like, damn. Did Ronald Reagan flatten the earth to kill black people?
All the time. The first one is usually, did they hurt? Yeah, dude.
All right, we have the 10 o'clock at Tiny Cupboard. Venue still at 2 or 1.5, whatever decided. Host 3 and a half, 3. We'll see how I feel. Almost home. Venue was crowd support, much better. Crowd support was a lot better. Give it a 4. Honestly, real audience people showed up, and that kind of makes the difference, even in a small space. If you can sell it, feels great. Best set was Kat. She had a really solid set. Yeah, I think it's a good late night Friday night comedy venue. Better than the next one, which was Merkin. Comedy Hole, Merkin Comedy Venue, Merkin Comedy Mike. It's the basement of Laramie Flick's home. Venue, I actually like, weirdly. It's like a 4. It is someone's basement, so that's tough. Hosts, let's give them a 3.5. They were doing some interesting stuff. Audience support, 3, I guess. It's a small basement, it's late night, everyone's drunk and really tired. Best set is Lawrence Reese. Lawrence Reese often has the best set, whatever place he's at. He's a good guy to hang out with. I'm going home. I'm really tired. It's almost 3:30 in the morning. This is what happens when you go to the mic at midnight in Bushwick. 2 a.m. and every subway decides it wants to take forever to get home. So I hope tomorrow is not as late because I have an early day. I'm tired.
Tallahassee newspaper's called. Where in Florida they live? South Florida, statistically speaking?
It was
world. But that is the most Florida correction I could have done. God damn. I didn't even want to do that. I just like came out of it. I fucking hate that that's what my reaction was. God damn.
Alright, so I just left the 1 o'clock Saturday Pioneer bar mic. It's the only mic I have there. It's been running for a second. It's gone through a few different leaders, hosts. Today, so venue for mic, I would say it's like a 3. It's a cool bar for like an after-work party bar. There's no stage, you're kind of in loungers, it causes people to relax. Also, it's 1 p.m. It's a big space, so sound disappears. It's not bad, but it's just like 3. Host, I think, did a good job. Just doing what he does. Let's go 3.5. Nothing wrong with that. Crowd support has always been light on that, so we have to go like 2.5. Like 2.5 should be average. That's fine. Best set. I don't know, let's go with this. Yeah, let's go with Zach Donato. It's a good set. Yeah. And the Knicks are going to play, so it's insane right now. I am going to say Oakland House for the so Oakland House might have to go to.
My family wants to give me a gun to protect me, but I don't want to arm the person statistically most likely to kill me. I don't think he needs a gun. I don't think that guy, I don't trust that dude. Not at all.
That was the Lifeboat Mic, 3 p.m. on Saturdays at Soho Playhouse. They have an interesting rule where women get to pick when they go up, which is kind of cool. It didn't really pay off for kind of anyone today because there was only 1 woman and there were only 5 people. Maybe the Knicks game, which are playing Celtics, maybe that kept them away. Overall, I would like deduct half a point from the venue just because they do it to the side and you get less light and stuff. So 3.5, I think. It was 4 before. Host 3. She didn't really do time up top, which wasn't bad or anything like that. Audience support 3. No, 3.5. Let's say 3.5. It was there, but again, small but not mighty crowd because the room is too big. It kind of swallows the paths. I'm sure if it's popping, it could really be popping, but today it wasn't. Best set was Ben Calloway, had a good set. Yeah, I'm gonna go home, grab a quick bite, and then go to Bushwick Comedy Club. But yeah, I'm almost on Saturdays. Really.
Masturbating at the family computer makes you hate anyone who stays up later than 8 p.m. in your family. You're like, X-Files, come off! You don't have to...
So that is the Pioneer Bar, 6 p.m. on 6:30 on Saturdays, but it's, I think, every day 6:30 p.m. But sorry, Bushwick Comedy Club, 6:30 p.m. mic, 1 hour. Honestly, the only thing that's annoying about it is you have to sign up in advance. Otherwise, really solid. I would say room, perfect for an open mic. Maybe that's a backhanded compliment, but it is the perfect size for if you get 10 people in there, it feels like you're actually doing something. Everyone sticks around, kind of has to stick around. So room, I'm gonna go like 4. I mean, it's a little chilly. 4.5 for the room. I'm gonna go crowd support. Everyone's really supportive. 4 for that. And host, he did a great job. 4 for that. It was really, really solid. I don't know if they're all like that, but I will say today felt really good. Everyone had a good set. People were listening. People were engaging. Yeah, who had the best set? Shit. I was just talking to him too, so I'm gonna have to remember his name. Yeah, I'll tag him here. He was really, really funny. Yeah, so now I'm going home because I'm tired. So I was up until 3:30 last night doing work. And that's gonna wrap out my week, I think.
Patrick Walsh said, comedy is cheaper than therapy. My wife has really good insurance, so I only pay $5 for my therapy. So quite literally, this mic was 3 times as much as my therapy.
That was the 3:30 Laughing Buddha at St. Mark's. Venue 4. I think it's a great club. Alex set up there. It is small enough that you can really do well and pop off. Crowd support today. It was a small crowd, but mighty. I'd say 3.5. Host David did a really good job. But again, there's only so much you can do. So I'll go 4. Let's give David a 4 for hosting. Yeah, it's probably the best Laughing Buddha mic I've been to, but overall it's fine. Reed Morrow had the best set. Follow. Now I'm on Caffeine Underground, assuming I can make it in time, and assuming it is happening. One of my mics was already canceled today, which makes this challenge more difficult. And another canceled mic. Let's hope I can get on at Easy Lover. So I also don't know if the Jersey City secret, the Jersey Mike secret board thing is happening. Okay.
And best girl actor? Do you know what I'm saying?
I don't want to say men aren't taught to do therapy well, but I have apologized at the end of every session for talking too much.
That was the Sundays at 6 p.m. Crush Comedy. It's every other Sunday. Venue's Easy Lover, which I've been to before. I think I rated a 3.5. 3.5 or 4 is fine. Crowd support either 3.5. I'll say 3.5. They were very specific laughers. And I think towards the end they were dying down. But 3.5 is fair. And then for the hosts, I think they did a great job. I mean, they were very friendly. It was my first time there. They made me feel welcome. It was the friendliest host I've ever encountered. So I'm gonna give the hosts a 5. They did a great job. They're trying to make a welcoming space. So it's very nice. Best set, Desmond or MC. I guess I'll decide later. They both had good sets. Yeah, right now I'm going to Melrose Podcast, which I've never heard of. In Avenue B. I have no way of double checking if it's happening or not. And so we'll see if this is my 3rd canceled mic of the day. I am on for the 10th November, so
Something wind or something. Dark wind.
I used to, when I was 22 living in Brooklyn, I used to drink malt liquor because I thought it was ironic. And there's such a thin line between irony and a homeless dude walking up to you and being like, "Oh, Crooked Eye, that killed my cousin."
So that was the QED 8:30 on Sundays. It's the floor venue. It's a pretty common comedy venue. It's a pretty common comedy venue. It's small, probably fits about 30 people. There's a curtain in the back. It's a stage, which is nice, but there's only one bathroom that's by the stage. I think venue-wise, it's like 3.5, maybe. It is a stage space, but their setup stuff and the sound stuff is not fantastic. Host today, great job. 3.5. Good job. 3.5. And then audience reception, it's always weird in that room, so I'm gonna go 3. It's pretty lightly attended, and the audience member left over is tired. Best set. Oh shit. I'm gonna have to. I can't know if I can miss. Best set. Damn. I might have to take a look on this. Everyone went up to silence. So this is frustrating. Yeah, everyone did not fantastic. I'm not gonna shout anything about this one, but it was very close. I'm in a rush to try and make 10 o'clock at
First up. Please give it up for Ding Ding!
hate's allowed, just not specific hate speech. Like I hate Columbus Day, but only because I think the Italians aren't people. Is that?
So that is the late night Sunday UCB open mic. It starts at 10. 2 o'clock pre-sign-up, so I think it's actually a pretty good system. But I think it would suck if you were on a walk-in or wait list. Venue, you're in this kind of black box UCB theater that's clearly designed for improv. The amount of people there is about, for when I was there, it was about 15, 20. So the space is a little bit big for an open mic, but I will say it's just kind of a cool looking space, so I want to give it like a 4. It feels very professional. Hosts, 3, I mean like 3.5 or 4, otherwise they're enthusiastic and nice guys. It's just some of the stuff wasn't broken down for everybody. It didn't affect me, but it affected some people later at the end of the show. So 3, nothing against them. Seemed nice, seemed funny. Audience support was 4. 3.5, 4. It's late at night, people are tired, people are listening. They're not all stand-ups, so it's always a nice mix-up for them to watch them to stand-up if you're watching improv and not here to stand-up, especially when it's your 4th mic of the day. Yeah, so great. Best set, Saffron. I think she might be like an improv person. I've not seen her before, but she did stand-up. Very good. Give her a follow. Yeah, I would suggest it. It's kind of got the vibe of an old Pete's Candy Shop, like when it was like mixed music and comedy, with the benefit of not having to show up like 5 hours early to sign up or being fully bucket. So I could definitely see myself going to that again. I think you have to be looking for a very specific thing to want to do that, because I don't think it's a good hang mic necessarily, but it could be. There are a ton of comics, stand-ups there, but yeah, I'm definitely working that into my rotation. Now time to go. It is 12:30.